Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't put a video up for a few days. I think I did put one up last Wednesday, didn't I? Because I'd pre-recorded it, so it hasn't been that long. And it's so hot here at the moment, it's really difficult finding somewhere to film. I've got this really late, not late, but sort of it is early evening here. I've got the fan on, I've got the windows open. It's crazy hot everywhere in this house. Jeremy said, I'll just film in the garden. I don't want everybody hearing. It's a bit what I talk about. I don't want the neighbours hearing that, so I didn't want to do that. So anyway, here we go. We're talking about free will. I hear this a lot, free will and competition, okay? Free will, I don't believe anyone in your reality has free will, which sounds probably ludicrous to you, sounds crazy, but this is how I believe that to be true. So I believe that I'm the centre of my reality, and there's all these other people in my reality at the moment going about their business, behaving the way that they behave. But I am the centre of this reality, and I stay the centre of this reality. So I don't change. Not this me doesn't change, but I do believe there are other me's in other people's realities, but not this me. This is core me, main me, that's in my reality, that's the centre of my reality. So where I say that other people don't have free will, what I mean is, if I want somebody to say a certain thing to me or behave a certain way towards me, I can imagine them doing that, I can feel them doing that, and then they will do that because I have decided that I want to experience that. It's nothing to do with them. There's another them where they are the centre of their own reality, where they won't be saying those things to me, but in my reality they are. So if I decide that I want to experience a certain version of someone, then I can experience that version. So what happens is the version that I'm experiencing at the moment either falls away, or I then shift slightly. Reality shifts for me, basically. Not I'm shifting into another reality, I am creating another reality within that I kind of shift into in the 3D, in the physical world. When I say world, I just sound so West Country. I can't do it any other way. I shift, or it shifts for me. So reality moves. We say reality is bending or whatever, but I don't believe that. I believe another reality is created where I have created that new version of that person. So I am not changing the original version. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, because it's really hard to think of changing someone, but you're not doing that. You're just changing your experience of them. You aren't changing them. So that's how it works for me. So everybody is the centre of their own reality. So there's main you, and you are the centre of your reality, and everybody around you is, you could say, characters in your play, but they're not like empty shells. They're not real people. They are, but they are the ones that are in your reality. But they each then have their, this is my opinion, of course, it's complete theory. They then have their own reality. Their main them has their reality, where you may not even be in their reality, or they may be with you in their reality, or anything can be going on in their reality. So in that case, that is how there is no competition, because I firmly believe there is no competition. So if you want somebody and I want somebody, and we're both doing the same to manifest, and you're no more attached than I am, then we'll both get. But in your main reality, I won't get. So you'll see the version of me that doesn't get, but in my reality, I will see the version of you that doesn't get. If that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, does it? None of it makes sense, but then neither does anything like religion or anything. If you actually try to make sense of it, it doesn't make sense, but that's fine. So if you believe that this is God, then this, what I'm saying, won't mean anything to you, and you think that's not how I see it. But that's fine, because we all have to go with what we believe is possible, or even probable, but I bet we're all wrong. I bet it's something completely out of the realms of what we could even understand. But I like to work with that. It makes sense. I love the idea of it being something to do with quantum, or being quantum. Kind of is quantum, isn't it? So when you are observing reality as it is, and you keep noticing reality as it is, then you'll keep seeing it as it is, and it will go on and on and on until you either look away, or you decide it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm done with it. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Then it will change to what you have, because that is your version of looking away. Looking away isn't really not thinking about it, isn't not thinking about it. Looking away is not observing it and holding it in place. It's letting it be what it is, and then it will change for you. You will then allow that change that you've been wanting. So no, other people's free will doesn't come into it in your reality, and competition doesn't come into it, because we each have our own reality, and we each win in our own reality if we are allowing ourselves to win. I think that's the best way to sum it up. And I shot this video about an hour ago, and I really made it so complicated, and I thought you're going to be thinking, what the hell are you talking about? And of course this is theory, but it's my theory and it works for me. Imagine, so let's say that you're looking for a new job, or you've decided what sort of job you want, but you've decided that in these times that we're living in, that job is a bit scarce now, or there's lots of people looking for that, so it's highly unlikely that you would get that job. So then you're trying to manifest it whilst also feeling it's highly unlikely that you will get it. So what you are doing is seeing a reality where it's highly unlikely you're going to get it. You probably won't get it because you're holding that idea in place. But as soon as you let go of that idea and decide that reality is crazy, you don't have to, your part of this is so small, it's so minuscule, the desire and the sort of feeling of it, and the rest is down to reality to move for you. And then what would happen is you would bump into somebody who had a job going at their company like that, or somebody would put you in touch with somebody, you'd see something on social media and you'd reach out to someone and say, I'm looking for that job, do you have an opening? And they go, yeah, cool, you're just the person we're looking for. There's so many different ways that these things can happen, and when you open up to it being possible, then you allow it to become probable. But if you shut it down by finding all these reasons that it can't happen, then it can't happen in your reality. So but anything can happen in your reality. It can, and it might seem crazy and it might seem out of the realms of probability, but that doesn't matter. The thing is, if you wish for something and you desire something but you have no resistance there, you don't think you'll get it or you don't think you won't get it, you've got nothing going on, you just have a simple wish for something or feel like you want it, oh, I'd really like to have that certain job, don't think about it again for a couple of weeks at all, don't have any resistance involved, something will come along and you'll get that job, you'll be working that job thinking, oh, how weird is that, I thought about that and I got this. I thought about getting that job and now I've got it, because you had no contrary thoughts, no resistance going on there. When there's resistance, then look at what that resistance is and take it away and replace it with something else, or just replace it with, no, this could happen, of course this could happen. Why? This is my reality and anything can happen in my reality. I don't have to consider anybody else and I don't have to consider circumstances, because circumstances only exist for me. They don't exist for reality. It can move for me in whichever way I want it to move. And remember your power. Sometimes I forget my power and I wake up and I suddenly remember my power and I have this huge sort of whoosh of it. Yeah, I am powerful and I can make anything happen in my reality. I absolutely can. I remind myself of that often, and then that becomes your reality where you can make anything happen. Don't sort of go into that sort of victim mentality. And what I say about, you won't necessarily think you're doing that, but a victim mentality for me in this kind of scenario in reality creation is thinking that something is away from us and we put something on a pedestal and we reach for it like it is better than us, and we become a kind of a victim to our feelings because we are putting out the wrong energy in order to get what we want. And we don't want to be that. We want to be triumphant and get what we want, and we get what we want by feeling like we can have what we want and knocking away those blocks that we put in our own way, those hurdles, just getting rid of those and allowing for this to happen. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was useful. If you haven't subscribed, then I would love for you to do that. I'm on my way to 2.5k, which is awesome. I should be there next week sometime. That's brilliant. I just thank you so much, all of you guys that have already subscribed. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me that nearly 2,500 people want to listen to what I'm saying, so that's so cool. And I write books, they're listed below. I'm an author, I'm a writer, and I offer one-to-one email coaching support via a member section on my website, which is £5 a month. With that, you get discount on everything. So you get discount on bespoke subliminals, you get discount on Zoom coaching, anything that I come out with a new product, you will get discount on it. It will be cheaper for you. So you probably, if you do sort of spend out on that kind of thing, you will find a significant saving that you make through doing that. And I give you coaching support ongoing. It's unlimited emails that you can send to me. I don't limit them at all. And what else? Yeah, Zoom coaching and personalised subliminals. And my son Harry has a Law of Attraction channel. He also bobs in and out of the members area, gives advice on the forum because there's a forum in there, and he does that. And he does offer half an hour coaching. He offers hours long as well, but there's no point in him offering an hour coaching session within my members area when I do that. So I said to him, we'll just offer you a half an hour. That gives some people another option, and that is £25 with Harry. He really is good with his prices, and he keeps them as low as he can with making some money and helping you guys. And so that he's making something, but he's not, he's really sent. I think I've kind of made him like that because this is quite a difficult service to charge for, I believe. Not subliminals and stuff, that's not, because that's a product, but when you're talking to somebody and helping them to manifest, then it becomes quite difficult to put a price on that. And I think, you know, it's not one that I've never been comfortable about charging lots of money for. It's different in business. I'm happy to do that when I can tell somebody, do this, this and this, and you will get this result. That's cool, but I can't do that with this. You know, it all depends on your feelings, but I try to work with you and your feelings and your personality and what's happened in your life and how we can work around that, getting rid of blocks and that kind of thing. And Harry's very much the same. He's a little bit more technique based than me, and I say to him, like, his half an hour sessions, he tends to keep more technique based, sort of energy based, and I think, you know, it's different than me. He is a lot different than me, but I think that's a good thing. We believe the same and we pretty much feel that it's the same thing and all of that, but he kind of approaches it slightly different to me, so it depends what you're like. Yeah, and he comes up with some awesome techniques that you've never heard of before that he works with, because he like to think of it as being energy transfer and all of that. Anyway, less promotion of my son, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again.